Hello, hello. Today we are going to be talking about the two chapters we just read and just filling in these questions. I hope the majority of you were able to come to our live session this morning, but if not, you are just going to have to watch this and go along with it and then try and join us on Thursday. So, number one says, if you could give a title to the section of the book, what would it be? I thought these first two chapters were super funny. I don't know, just a great introduction to this book. So I hope you like it so far. And so, again, if you're in the live session, we're able to talk about it. But since I can't do that with you now, I'm just going to share my thoughts with you. And then on your own, you can fill in what you think about this book. So for titles of this section, I came up with Dribble and Fudge Shenanigans, just because it focuses mostly on Dribble and Fudge. And you could also say, or meeting the Hatchers, because this is the first time we're meeting the Hatcher family. So you could say family, meeting the Hatcher family. What happened in these chapters, you can just do bullet points. I don't expect full sentences here, just bullet point of the main things that happen. And to get your bullet points, you click right here, the dots right here. If you just click that, the bullet point will show up. So the first big thing that happened in this chapter is that Peter won a turtle at Jimmy's birthday party. And then when he returned home, Fudge ate some flowers his mom wasn't too happy about. And then later into chapter 2, Mr. and Mrs. Yarby came to visit and stayed at the Hatcher's house. Make sure you're reading to know who Mr. and Mrs. Yarby is. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I hope you're reading and you're not saying, who's that? And just some things when they were there, you can, if you hit tab on your computer, it goes into like a little circle. So you can add some things that happened when they were there at the visit. They gave the boys presents. Fudge did some crazy things to get on their nerves. And they ended up leaving. So hold on. Let me say Mr. and Mrs. Yarby left, and that led to Dad lost the Juicio accounts, which he didn't really seem that upset about. And then, so those, again, what happens in these chapters, just like 3 to 5 bullet points, just the main things that happen in the chapter. I don't need a whole big list, but I do need more than 1 or 2. I need 3, 4, 5 big events that happen in the 2 chapters that you read. So what is your favorite part? Personally, my favorite part was Fudge covered the Yarby's suitcases with green stamps. I just thought that was really funny because he didn't know what he was doing. He's a little kid. He just saw stamps and stuck them on whatever he could put them on. So that was my favorite part of the book. And then 3 words that you think describe these chapters and why. So again, you could do bullet points here if you want. I'm going to put numbers, which again here, if you click right here, you could do numbered lists. So number 1, I'm going to say it was surprising. And then you can put a dash and explain why. I said Mom was surprised by Dribble at the very beginning. She did not expect a turtle to be coming home. I said it was loud. Fudge got a loud toy train from the Yarbys, sorry. And then we have eventful. Lots of different things happened between dribble and fudge. Oh, let me put that deep in there. Again, your 3 words do not have to be the same as mine, but that's just an example of what I filled out. And then based on what happens in these chapters, what do you think will happen in the story? I think more crazy situations will happen with Fudge. He just seems like a fun kid who likes to do what he wants. And then I looked ahead at chapter 3, and it's the title of it, and it says Family Dog. So I think the family might be getting a dog just by the name of the next chapter. And you can always look ahead at the next chapter title and make a best guess. Use your inferencing skills. So, again, just taking your time filling out these questions, knowing what you know about chapters 1 and 2. Again, really try and get to those live sessions because that's when we talk about the book all together. Now on your own, you are going to be doing numbers 1 through 4, and let me explain them on slide 4. So number 1 says, where did Peter get Dribble the turtle from? So you choose your best answer and write the letter on the line. Why doesn't Peter like sharing his room with Fudge? It does say it in there in I believe in both chapters it makes reference to it, or more in chapter 1, I think. A short answer, what does Peter tell us about his little brother in chapter 1? I need a couple sentences here. It shouldn't just say Peter tells us his real name or Peter tells us his nickname. I need a couple sentences here. Be specific. Write as much as you can and look where it tells you to look. Chapter 1. So you don't even have to look at chapter 2. Go back in chapter 1 and tell me what we know about Peter's little brother. And then long answer, why do Mr. and Mrs. Yarby come to stay with Peter and his family? Why do they leave early? There are 2 parts here. Make sure you are answering both questions. Why are they coming there? And why did they leave? Again, more than just one sentence. I need a couple sentences here, or a few. I think on the slides I said at least 3 sentences. You're in 3rd grade. You know how to write your sentences, capital letters, periods at the end. Take your time. Ask your parent or an older sibling if you need help spelling or forming words. You can always go search on dictionary.com how to spell a word. That's fine. Use your resources. And then yesterday you did do the vocabulary slide. Please go back to slide 3 and see if I have any comments or if you need to change any of your words. And again, I will be here if you need me. Please reach out if you have any questions.